Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome to a bonus coverage game. Game 6, Montreal Canadiens hosting the Buffalo Sabres. Montreal wins, they go on to play the Carolina Hurricanes. We already know what's happening in the West. It's the Colorado Frauds versus the Vegas Golden Knuckleheads. Two teams that, hey, if something bad was to happen, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. We got lots of Oilers stuff to talk about. Lots and lots of Oilers stuff to talk about. Lots of interesting news coming out of the worlds today. I got a video to show you. I hope you guys enjoy the video that I'm going to show you, because I think it I think it might enlighten a few and make a few really pissed off. It might make a few people happy. It might make a few people pissed off. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Anyways, my name is Matt, OilersFanReaction. Enjoy the pregame festivities before the puck drop.
Such a great item. There's George Babcock, the assistant equipment manager, who, as you saw, got to 2,500 games this year. And there he is again, that Jason Zucker routine. Every game, Cal.
Share the morning coffee.
Also today,
I relate to that. Get to know your team.
We are going to be doing a season trade. I have finagled a few things in NHL 26. By finagle, I mean gotten rid of no movement clauses. There are 0 no movement clauses in my season. Did that for a reason. I'm sick of having players with no movement clauses. Forget that noise. Thank you, Bunny, for stopping by and saying hi. Greatly appreciate you even doing so. Like I said, we went to. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I will admit. Certain players with certain no movement clauses doesn't make sense to me. So yes, the Columbus Blue Jackets giving a no movement clause to Provorov. I don't know. That didn't sit very well with me. So I got rid of his no movement clause. Darnell Nurse no longer has a movement clause. I believe I got rid of all the no movement clauses off the Edmonton Oilers, aside from obviously McDavid, Draisaitl. But everyone else, you can be traded. That'll be the first intermission. We are going to go through all of that fun stuff on the first intermission. Was there anybody else, anything else we needed to discuss? Any whoosies. Can you imagine? Nobody wants the Darnell Nurse trade. Ouch. Looks like these people are giving us a thirds and thirds. No trade. Nobody wants Bouchard either. Goodness.
Present the Stanley Cup playoffs.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Game 6. Gotta do something tonight for Montreal. If you're Montreal, you gotta close it out tonight. You do not want this going back to Buffalo.
Pretty special treat to have Coldplay and Fix You open the telecast tonight. We know it because of Chris Martin, but we also know it because of the Montreal Canadiens. Game 6, Buffalo and Montreal, a chance to clinch. Marty St. Louis, we quoted him a ton through these playoffs, but he said after they won in round 1 against Tampa, Game 7, he said, maybe we didn't deserve to win this one with 9 shots, but we sure as hell deserve to win Game 6 back in our own building, so it's never easy. Let's begin our coverage with David Amber, Elliot Friedman in Montreal. David, to you.
What a scene and what a beautiful tease that was to get us ready for what is a huge Game 6. Elliot, we knew Buffalo was going to make some changes after that Game 5 loss. Alex Lyon, he'll start this game in net. What else can you tell us?
So they've made one change their defense. Owen Power, Kyle at the top of the show, said he was a game-time decision. He's playing. But Zach Metza, who had a pretty good year for the Sabres, he is in replacing Luke Shen. And Lindy Ruff has gone to the blender up front. 3 of his 4 lines are different. What did you say about Krebs, Thompson, Tuck?
Minus 22 in this series.
So he's broken them up, and he's starting Thompson with Benson and Norris. The interesting thing is Benson and Doan have been tremendous all year together. He split them up so far for tonight. It's blender night for Lindy Ruff. By the way, Ron, I landed at 7:45 this morning. That's when Dave was getting back into his room. Good night last night in the city?
It's the buzz in the city is fantastic, and it was a little quiet last night because they're settling in for game day tonight.
That's not an answer.
Yeah. That's evasion if ever I heard it. Canadians looking to clinch a playoff series on home ice on a Saturday night for the first time since Game 7, 87 against the Quebec Nordiques. Next.
Yep. Ole, 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 ole. Holy fuck! Sorry. Yes, there is a lot of Oilers news to talk about today. Oh, you guys are not going to like me. I know this doesn't going to get very many views, but I know who's watching. I know who's watching. Want to know how I know who's watching? Because everything I've said in the last 3 streams, you've covered in depth on your podcast. Renegade, I'm glad you asked that. There's 2 guys right now that the Edmonton Oilers are going after hard. I may have to leave for a minute or 2.
So we have quite a day here in sports. PGA golf, obviously, the PWHL Walter Cup, Montreal Victoire in overtime. They're up 2-0.
So there's 2 guys that the Oilers are going after hard. One guy is currently still employed, even though he got fired with 8 games left. We all know that it's Bruce Butch Cassidy. Now, speaking of Bruce Butch Cassidy, I'm going to spill a little bit of tea here. Remember on the last stream that we had, and even the video that I made before the last stream, I talked about how Oiler fans and the media in general are jumping all over the Oiler organization for fucking this up and making a mess out of the firing of Coach Knobloch and then the leak. Remember I told everybody, what if I told you with 100% certainty that the leak didn't come from the Edmonton Oilers organization? What if I told you the Oilers organization they didn't do nothing wrong? They didn't do a thing wrong with what they did. They had a weakness. They had 2 players in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl publicly chastise their coach. So what did they do after the offseason? After they were eliminated from the playoffs, albeit way too freaking early for my liking, what did they do? They went and they talked to a few people. They talked to coaches. They talked to ex-coaches. They talked to current coaches that are no longer being paid by the NHL. They talked to junior high coaches, high school coaches, WHL coaches, NCAA coaches, AHL coaches. In total, the Oilers talked to about 15 to 20 coaches. And of course, the only coach that got leaked was the Vegas Golden Knight coach. The Vegas Golden Knights themselves leaked the information. But Matt, why would it benefit the Golden Knights to leak this? Because they're a shady organization run by a shady douchebag. Look at what just happened this past week. Refusing to talk to the media. And don't give me the fucking excuse, oh, we had to catch a flight in 14 minutes. Fuck that noise. You could have waited an extra day in a hotel. You didn't have to catch that flight right after the game, right after you eliminated the Anaheim Ducks. You didn't have to catch that flight. You don't have a game to get to the next day. I'm sorry. Bullarchy on that bullshit news. The Vegas Golden Knights are a disaster of an organization that care about one thing, winning. And when they're done winning, that team is going to fold up like a cheap suit. So anyways, Vegas leaked the information that Bruce Cassidy that the Oilers had talked to them about Bruce Cassidy. And of course, the classy organization that the Oilers are, they didn't come out and say, no, we didn't. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Because they know it's true. They did it. They talked. They talked to Vegas. They're not going to say that they didn't and otherwise. They did. And it's within their right to do it. But for all the fans to be jumping down the organization and calling them classless, this, that, and the other, get a grip, get a brain. Every team talks to coaches. I have a coaching friend that was told during the season there are teams that reach out to coaches throughout the season. Probably there's one team in particular that reached out to him a total of 10 times in season while they had a coach still coaching. But hey, Oilers do something. Oh, hell raise loose. No, Edmonton can't do that. Yeah, so do I. I liked how they bring out the old players and light the torch. Now, if Montreal ends up winning this game and they somehow, some way figure out how to beat Carolina, those rumors are false. Bruce Cassidy himself said no. I did not talk to LA. That again was a Vegas rumor. That Vegas told people Bruce Cassidy talked to LA. No, he didn't. Bruce Cassidy was on a radio station just yesterday and said, I did not talk to any teams. I have not had conversations with any NHL clubs. NHL clubs have reached out, but I have not had any conversations with any NHL club. He said flat out, I'm not allowed to talk to anybody because of me being under contract still with Vegas. I'm not at will to talk to anybody. Now, here's where the conundrum happens. Let's say for the shits and giggles, Toronto Maple Leafs go in and say, hey, Bruce, we're going to hire you for the next 5. We'll give you $6 million per year for 5 years. Come be our coach. We got the number 1 draft pick. We got Matthews. We got Nylander. We got Nyes. We got Minton. We got better than what Edmonton has. All Edmonton has is Draisaitl and McDavid. After that, it drops off significantly. Not knowing that we got a Boa Key. We got an Arturo Lepinen. We've got a guy named Nathaniel Day coming up. Samuelson coming up. Big shutout win last night by Samuelson, by the way. Now, who is the next target? Do you guys remember who coached Carolina in 06? Who beat the Edmonton Oilers in 06? You know who the head coach was? I remember who it was. Peter Laviolette. Why wouldn't you, if you're the Edmonton Oilers, go after Peter Laviolette? Daryl Cates wants one type of coach in that locker room. One type of coach. A no excuse, no nonsense. You will play defense and do it with a fucking smile, or you won't play. That goes for number 97, number 29, 93, 18, 44, 52, 78. It doesn't matter. And I'll shut up now.
Light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est saint de flamants glorieux, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. Gardés par land, glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Magical, mystical Montreal, the Stanley Cup playoff atmosphere here is incomparable.
There are obviously other coaches out there that the Oilers could look at. Young coaches. I don't think a young coach is going to do it here in Edmonton. I don't think a young coach that's soft on his players is going to be a good fit. We need a hard-nosed coach, and Daryl Cates is the main reason that Knobloch got fired. Whether you like him or not, Daryl Cates is a hands-on owner, and if he's not happy, it's his money. He owns the team. He will make course corrections.
Who finished what he started Thursday night. He allowed 3 goals in the first 4,
But
rebounded with
hey,
32.
it is what it is. Also, did you guys notice the Team Canada power play? That beautiful power play goal that Bouchard scored this morning? If you missed it, I got a recording for you. I want to see the Oilers implement it next season. Honestly, I do. It's such a beautiful play. It's simple, it's elegant, and it freaking works. Buffalo's 3-on-3 coming down to the Montreal zone. Puck in the corner. Thompson, he's been kind of existent this playoff series. Benson, not so much. That kid's a good kid. Darlene, shot, scores! Buffalo Sabres score early. 1-0 Buffalo. Now, I don't think I changed them. You're gonna have to do a little bit of research, digging.
Still kind of struggling to get off the ice, and he turns this puck over. He knew that it was going to be an aggressive start, but that's a play that you can't make. And then just patience here by Darlene. You get down on your knee, and that one off the stick of Carrier. Watch Carrier tries to get it off of Darlene. That's a tough play for Dovish.
Wow, 1-0 Buffalo early. 1 shot, 1 goal. Come on, Dubois. What a pretty play by Darlene, though. Can't be too upset about that if you're a Montreal fan. Just a pretty play. Got to be better in the defensive zone. Battle won by the Buffalo Sabres. Turned into a goal. Darlene's 3rd goal of the playoffs at 32 seconds. Are we in for another football score? I'm believing so. Unless Montreal or Buffalo learn how to play tightened up defense. We should be seeing another 9-7 football game. Just as I say, ooh, Montreal almost ties it up on their first shot of the game. All my buddies are appearing online right now for Xbox, and I'm getting invites like crazy. Sorry, guys, I'm not available. Demidov, shot, save made by Lyon. He ain't lying. That's a good glove save.
You knew it was on his mind, and you think, okay, is the floodgates going to open? He gets knocked down here by Darlene. Right with it. Good positioning, though, by Alex Lyon.
That was a pretty good save.
Not a lot of options when you're in tight there. Tried to go short side up and just got it right into the glove. Good positioning by Lyon, but a
3-1 record in the playoffs on the road.
To make that play possible.
He shoots, he scores! Oh ho! 1-1 hockey game. I wasn't lying when I told you guys. You might be in for a football score. Foosball everywhere.
First goal of his Stanley Cup playoff career, and it's just a quick wrister. You know, you get into the mindset. Guys have talked a lot about the importance of face-offs.
Yes, please. That was really fast. 1-1 hockey game, 2 minutes into the first period. Oh, Darlene loses an edge there. And, oh, no hand pass. 1-1 is the score. 1-1 is the shots. Man. Sour cream is frozen. Mother Hubbard, my fridge sucks. Our fridge freezes our food. Doesn't keep it cold. It downright freezes them.
Past Byram back into Buffalo territory. McLeod with a flip to Dole. There's Owen Power, who was nicked up late in Game 5, but able to continue on in this series.
Got some loudness going on over here.
Send that out to center.
16:55 left to go in the first period. 1-1 hockey game. 1-1 are the shots. Oh, 2-1 now shots for Buffalo. They counted that shot from the blue line. Here's a half break. Shot blocked. No icing, says the referee. Play on.
They look for Texier behind the net. That's broken up there. Texier, Anderson in it.
Oh, Dandino almost makes it 2-1 Montreal. Here comes a break, 2-on-2. Just high and wide. Seen that a lot for the NHL. That's too many men on the ice. The Montreal Canadian fans are crying. Montreal fans and players are all crying. Too many men on the ice. No arm goes up. Let them play on, says the referees. Play on they do. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Renegade. And that is, whoa. I see a lot of similarities. For all of you old heads in the chat, I see a lot of the 93 Montreal Canadiens in this 26 Montreal Canadiens. Young rookie goalie, although Patrick Waugh technically wasn't a rookie in 93. I'll say 89. I'll go even farther back. The 1989 Montreal Canadiens. Rookie goalie Patrick Waugh. Rookie goalie Dubas. Very young-ish team, led by a few veterans. What does Montreal got right now? A youngish team led by a few really good veterans. Defense first mentality. Defense first mentality. Would you guys be upset if the Montreal Canadiens brought the Stanley Cup back to Canada? It's a serious question. Would you guys be overly upset if it happened? I could care less. As I said, who cares? I don't care if they do it. I don't care if they don't. I'm not cheering for Montreal Canadiens. I'm not booing the Montreal Canadiens. I don't have interest in any team left in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm just watching good hockey. You're not wrong, Renegade. Not wrong at all. Not wrong. You're nailing perfect points. Perfectly pointing exactly what they have. Two really good lines. Much like the Edmonton Oilers are going to have next year. Two really good lines. Except now they're going to have a centerman for that third line to play. I'm just saying Dickinson's sticking around, guys.
Knowing where the threat is coming from and pushing out a couple of feet to make a heck of a save.
I don't understand that. I don't care. Like, if Montreal does it, cool. Montreal does it. If they don't, okay, no sweat up my balls. They didn't do it. How frozen is frozen. So, put it on a heater.
Put it on your Xbox.
Right? I got ice cream. It's not sour cream, it's ice cream. I don't understand those fans. It's my team or nobody. Hey, if the cup comes back to Canada and Gary Bettman gets fired over it, so be it. Really? What's really?
I want to ban it first. But, my paper's good.
It's drying over here. You turn the corner by the washer. It's drying on the bag.
Buying some time for a Buffalo change, and the Canadians taking advantage as well.
Okay, nope. Chewy don't share food. Stay down here, Mushu. Go in your chair.
Here's Connor Timmins. Getting it. Power over the line. It's Quinn.
I'm also not one of those fans that because my team isn't in it, I'm going to cheer for the other Canadian team. I'm not that one team, one Canada. No, my team are the Edmonton Oilers. Once they're out, I'm not cheering for Canada's team. I'm not that guy. There is no such thing as Canada's team. Canada's team is Team Canada at the Olympics, the World Juniors, the Worlds, the Spangler Cups, the Four Nations. That's Canada's team. Right?
Back the other way, Krebs trying to barge through, and Jack Guy, the goal scorer. Breaks that up. Newhook trying to get away.
That's going to take forever for the Maple Leafs to get out of round 2. There's rumors coming out of Toronto land, and I don't know how true these rumors are.
The referees are disagreeing.
But there's rumors coming out of Toronto land.
Francis Chiron had it both.
Power play coming up for the Montreal Canadiens.
You can't knock a player's helmet off on purpose.
They might be willing to trade their first-round pick, their first overall pick, to a Chicago, a Vancouver, Seattle, San Jose.
Here's the play by Krebs, knocks the helmet off. Power play to the Canadiens coming up.
Do you mind if I...
Can you imagine that?
Apparently, the average person makes 6 friends a year. Makes 7 jokes a day.
Could you imagine Toronto trading their first-round pick, first overall pick? I mean, they get a boatload of assets for him. I love that commercial. I get that they want to get him now, but what is he going to do for their franchise? Unless they're thinking with him, Connor McDavid is going to come to Toronto. They do need a. You're not wrong, Renegade. They absolutely do need to hit a home run and hit a home run now. You're absolutely not wrong. But there's some talk that pick might be in place. I don't think they move him. I think that you have to take him and build around him. And next year you let Matthews walk. He doesn't want to play here anyway.
Looking for another sonic boom as Montreal goes to the power play. 2 for 2 in game 5.
You're right though, Renegade. They need to hit the home run and hit it hard.
You look at those 2 games, Marty St. Louis, the power play let down in game 4 here on home ice. But man,
Shots are 5-1 Buffalo. Score is 1-1. Montreal's on a power play. 11:58 left to go in the first period. Wow! What a shot, what a goal. 2-1 Montreal. What's good, Mund? What's good, my friend? He won't, though. He won't. He won't shut them down. He'll get pulled, and Aiden Hill will come in to save the day. I'm not a fan of Carter Hart. I'm not a fan of the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm not a fan of Colorado Avalanche. I think we all know that by now. The Stanley Cup is staying out east. May it be Montreal, Carolina, or Buffalo. Like I said, I don't care who comes out of the West. The Cup is staying out east. I'm okay with that.
And a key guy, too. Face-off man and Deneau, penalty killer. He's arguing the contact there. But, good comeback shift by the Sabres. Get the puck in the offensive zone. Loses position.
Power play coming up for Buffalo now. Let's see if they can score on their power play.
Right there that it was called. I think it was after there.
I just think the better teams are out east.
Didn't see the arm go up at that point, you could see the official.
I honestly want to see Carolina, sorry, not Colorado. I want to see Carolina go 16-0.
Was called, and what a huge power play this is for Buffalo.
Yeah, they're.
Suddenly finding themselves down 2-1.
The East has been the beast all year.
Power play that went 3 for 8 in
As much as I hate to say it, they've been the beast all year.
here in Montreal. And 0 for 2 nights ago. Face-off win by the Sabres, held in by Darlene. Here's Quinn down low. Benson sizes it up. Takes a long time, and Thompson whipped it wide.
So Mund,
Back it goes to Quinn on the flank.
Samuelson starting goalie for the Condors next year.
And it deflects. High and out.
Well, you can see the options there for Benson on the side. He's trying to take away that middle tip in. And
Nathaniel Day backing him up.
You've got to just make sure that you take away the option.
That Samuelson is pretty damn beast, man.
Aftermath, good deflection by Benson, but great positioning by Dobish, able to make it.
Thompson and Evans on the draw, another Buffalo win. It's
That kid, he's going to be something for this Oilers organization as goalie moving forward. That's a prospect you can't miss on. 10:50 left to go in the first period. 2-1 Montreal. 2 goals on 2 shots.
He's just shaking it off there. He was the one trying to get a tip. He ended up stopping that shot by Thompson.
Yeah, no, it's what the Edmonton Oilers should be.
to the attack over the line.
Just something was missing with the Oilers power play this year. Something just was off.
By Suzuki.
Maybe the lack of shooting.
That'll slide.
The lack of give a fuck. I want to pass the puck in the net. I got a good,
Guys in that corner outnumbering the Sabres. You win the battle.
I wouldn't,
You know that you've
I wouldn't, no, I wouldn't.
to get the dump out.
Suzuki and Anderson in front. The stop by Dobish. Darlene was in alone.
I wouldn't. I'd still keep McDavid and Draisaitl over any of those 5. Sorry, that's just me.
How about Dobish? He's not afraid
That's
to
just my
shoot
personal
and protect
opinion,
his
but
crease. Kind of a throwback guy that way. You get in there, you know you're going to feel it. You're going to hear him talking to you. Dobish very animated on that. Got a little bit of a bump coming off after a huge save. Here's the great play on in tight by
they're having good years.
contact first, then that little
Ooh.
And this
Ooh,
time-
that's both of them going. Darlene, cross-check, Dobas, 2-hand slash.
Just listening to the official, yes, both guys are going this time, so there's no decision between the two. One.
I love this goalie.
How about Darlene up again? He's had the good chances, scored the first.
This goalie.
goal, and Dobish
Such an old school Ron Hextall feel to them.
You know, Chris, we've seen enough of Dobish now to know that that's.
But they're not depth
You
guys.
know,
Like, there's no way that you're going to convince any of those 5 to be depth pieces in Edmonton. And you're not trading Connor McDavid or Leon Draisaitl for any of those 5.
Whatsoever.
If you want those 5, you're going to be trading those 5 for one guy.
Know that if you're going to get in there, you're going to get a
And that's Montreal's not going to do that trade. I'm sorry, I just don't agree. Like, I get it. They're having good years now. Remember when Calgary had all their players have career years?
Yeah, they're putting them on the board, but what they're saying is with
They're not. It's funny to me, Mund. Like, it is completely comical to me that, and it's Oiler fans talking about it. It's the Oiler fans saying that dark days are coming next season. Like, shut up, you guys. You're clearly not fans of the hockey team. You love them when they win and you hate them when they don't.
you gotta have decent hack in. You got a harder hack than probably work.
It is what it is. Let people talk, and when this team wins the division, steamrolls into the playoffs, does what they should have done this year, back to regularly programmed regular season, not a month in between the season break. Oh, absolutely, it's a fight. Wouldn't that be something, though? Like, I mean, that would instantly give you 5 guys up and down your lineup. Trade 1 for 5, Renegade. I love the thought. But if Montreal was ever desperate enough to do that, that's game, folks. 3-1 Montreal. Woo! 3 shots, 3 goals. What are we doing? Luukkonen, get ready. You're going in, man. 3 shots, 3 goals. Lion. Not so lioness tonight. What a shot by Evans, though. What a shot. Short-handed, power play goal, and an even strength goal for the Montreal Canadiens.
Under the arm through the body, and Evans makes this a 3-1 game with the shorty.
What a playoff it's been for Jake Evans.
Oh, absolutely, right?
7 points
Absolutely.
in this series. 3 goals.
And those portions of the Oilers fans are not very intelligent.
It doesn't matter.
Off the crossbar. Woo! Buffalo almost made this a game. You know what? No, that's a goal.
Up and it hit the mesh all the way down. But how about that response?
Might be a goal. They might look at it. There is big name trades being traded.
When your team goes up 3, you get paid.
Darnell Nurse is going to find himself not playing for the Oilers next season. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is very close.
So back-to-back games, Buffalo
Without saying too much, but saying enough,
by 2.
July 1st is going to be very interesting. July 1st is going to be very interesting for the Oilers. Take your pick, Hudson or Howard. Mund. You've seen them closer than I have. Who would you rather get called up? Oh yeah, no. Those two are not only staying, but McDavid's going to sign a long-term deal with Edmonton when his 2 years is up. Who would you rather have? Quinn Hudson or Howard? And those fans are idiots. What has Holloway and Broberg done for St. Louis? Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but what have they really done for St. Louis? They're playing top-line minutes, but they're not top-line guys. I'm sorry. Holloway's not a top-line guy. And now he's getting paid how much per year? You're going to see how that contract is not a good contract for him at all. Good luck to St. Louis, though. Well, yeah. Broberg wanted out of Edmonton for like 4 years, so... No. They're going to be building around Boakey. So without saying too much again, it's sounding like Boakey and Arturo Leppinen are both going to be big-time players in the Oilers roster next year. Like, Arturo Leppinen, man, what a puck-moving player. Just the highlights and the little bit that I have seen of him, he can replace what Darnell Nurse does in a heartbeat. Now, the Oilers do have to be smart and get a physical defenseman, is what they really need to get. Another physical-type defenseman. Maybe Connor Murphy and Wallman can be that 1-2.
Back for Hudson, and Tuck sends it back to the Montreal line. Dobson for Suzuki. Sliding to Slavkovsky. He gets it deep. And the fans welcome.
But yeah, I get where some fans are upset by the Holloway and Broberg situation. And I just got to tell you, if they wanted to be Oilers, they wouldn't have signed the offer sheets.
They hear it, that's for sure.
They would have made St. Louis pay the extra $1 million more, so the Oilers would have got more compensation for it. Just throwing that out there. Oh, there's another power play for Buffalo.
And a penalty coming up to Matheson with Josh Norris down.
Matheson just clearing out the front of the net. It's been a good war in front of the net. You saw it the last
And that's my problem I have with both Dylan Holloway.
Not sure if
Oh, Nick, they're scary good now. But yeah,
the blood came from, but Matheson
they're going to be really, really good for 5 years in a row. Yeah.
back shifts. Oh, the puck hit him through. Let's watch that one again.
Puck hit him, not the stick.
Timing of Matheson, he comes up. Does his stick get there? Oh yeah, no question. So it's
Oh, no, his stick did.
Stick there, Matheson. An errant stick, and again, just like the last time, Chris, you had Danault.
Well, they lost him for so little because they signed him for so little. That's why I'm mad at those two players. Like, not to reveal the curtain a little bit, but had both those two players said no to that contract value, St. Louis would have came back with that extra $1 million more for each, which would have made the compensation double. But it is what it is. Let those two play out in St. Louis. No pressure to play, no pressure to win. And they won't win. They won't win. They'll barely see any playoff time. And they'll wonder why they left Edmonton. What do I think of Josh Brown? I like his physicalness. I like his compete. I wish he was a faster skater. Like, if he could just get the foot speed to be NHL, I think he'd be a really good sixth or seventh defenseman for the Oilers. But he just doesn't have that foot speed, right? He's a smart hockey player. He's brutal to play against in his own end. I just think he needs to be a little quicker. But as a physical defenseman that the Oilers might want, he fits it. He fits that bill. Just like with Boakey, I wish he was more physical. I honestly love Boakey for his attributes of a puck-moving defenseman, a guy that has high hockey IQ. Like, I love what Boakey is getting the puck out of the zone. I just wish he'd add 20 more pounds, 30 more pounds of just muscle, and be way more physical. Yep. And it's because Toronto relied on him too much to try and be the goal scorer. He's perfect in the role of Vegas. Set up Eichel, set up Stone, score. Mitch Marner is the playmaker's playmaker. And that's why Edmonton didn't go after him. Like, no disrespect to Connor McDavid, and I know a lot of people worship the ground the guy walks on. I'm not one of those people. He is a playmaker. Connor McDavid's a playmaker, right? So everyone was complaining, well, why didn't the Oilers go and do more to get Mitch Marner? And put him where? Wow, 3-2 now. Got ourselves a hockey game.
And Buffalo is back within one.
Boy, just a close play. Penalty kill, almost able to get it. Again, you're missing your best penalty kill defenseman in Matheson and Zucker, who got on the board the other night. This play almost taken away there by Evans, and then you're just a little late getting back down Anderson because of that little disruption. Looked like Evans was going to get controlled.
100% that too, Diane. But like I said, Mitch Marner is a playmaker. Connor McDavid is a playmaker. Leon Draisaitl is a goal scorer, but you're not going to put Marner with Draisaitl on the second line.
And their confidence to settle this game down a little bit.
So his second of the series, it's a power play goal. Zucker had.
But yeah, no. If you put a pure goal scorer with Mitch Marner, Marner could get you 100 points a year easy. He'd be in that 80 to 90, 95, 100 point range every year. Just put him on a line with a pure sniper. Marner does the dirty work, does the hard stuff. Guy stands in front of the net, taps it in, much like Zucker just did there.
Slide it down and skate past Darlene. Chasing after it now.
But yeah, I like that. I like seeing Marner play well. I hate that it's for the Golden Knights, but it's good to see the individual playing so well. Yeah. Well, they're not really strapped for cap. They've got a lot of cap to work with. Because technically the Oilers only have to sign 4 guys. If we're being technical. Oh, you're not wrong, Diane. Ovi and Marner would be a deadly combination.
That was close at the line. Dobson, Demidov, once again, trying to cut to the inside.
I'm not trying to be an asshole and tell you guys something you don't know. The Oilers roster is pretty much set.
Now back to Newhook. Newhook in front.
Yeah.
Just got a piece of that. As Demidov
I do hope they develop him properly. I hope they develop Unger properly. Keep him in the AHL. Keep him in the AHL. Him and Samuelson in the AHL. Switch them up. Like, have them trade goals. Have them trade nets. You know what I mean?
Nice response shift, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That line has really had some great chemistry, and how about the confidence?
Develop them. Let them stay in the AHL. That's why I wouldn't be upset if Connor Ingram returned.
That shot blocked. Hillenas has it taken away in a deflection.
That's fair. That's fair, Renegade.
In front, and that slides off Bolduc just wide. They get it again. Here's another chance. Dock across. Goalie, and that goes wide. Buffalo on its heels again.
I guess we'll see.
And now Zach Benson, his first game of this series.
It'll also depend on the coach that comes in. I'm glad the Oilers are where they're at with roster. They don't have to sign any big-name player. Who are they losing this year off their roster? Yeah, like Kapanen, Roslovic, Stastny, Ingram, Henry. They're not losing any of their top six. Like, all of their top six are signed. I'd even go 8 of their top 9 are signed. Their top 4 defensemen are signed. Connor Murphy has to get done. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of torn, right? Like, that's where I'm really torn with this guy. Like, yeah, there's a team out there that will agree to it.
Boy, what a stretch of hockey here. Back and forth. 5 goals in this first period. Again, for the second game in a row.
And that's where I'm torn. Do you re-sign Connor Ingram? And this is where you're the Oilers. And obviously Connor Ingram's going to get himself paid. Do you give the Oilers a first crack at paying you the money you're asking? Or on July 1st you go to free agency and you say, hey, I'm worth $4 or $5 million a year. Pay me what I'm worth.
An unsportsmanlike dive there for Hudson.
Yeah, Colton Dock's already signed. That's the beauty about Colton Dock, is he's already under contract control next year. So they will re-sign Dickinson, and they just got to figure out how to get Murphy under the $5 million.
You're richer than you think.
New McCafe Refreshers. A rush of vibrant flavors. Icy cool and undeniably refreshing.
That's where Insider Matt tells you Connor Murphy wants to stay an Oiler. How bad does Connor Murphy want to be an Oiler? How much of a discount is Connor Murphy willing to take to stay in the oil blue colors? As far as Dickinson, he's going to sign for a lot less as well. He's not going to get that $5-6 million tag. Jari's not going to be an Oiler. Like, regardless if they trade for Jari and get another goalie in return, or they just put him in the AHL and eat his contract up a little bit. As they say. Yeah, he was, yep. Like I said, Jari is either going to be sent down to the AHL and have his contract kind of no, I'm allowed to talk about it. We're good. I'm allowed to talk about it. But yeah, no, Connor Murphy has every intention to be an Oiler next year. He has every intention of coming back.
Luukkonen can come in and
So does Dickinson.
Spark, but it's the old average. Show me the best.
Yeah, Jari's gone. And, like, they're gonna bury Jari's money in the AHL for as long as they can until they can trade him. Okay. Wow.
Can answer the bell when Lyon wasn't able to.
Yes.
Save percentage 250 so far tonight.
3 goals on 4 shots.
That's not gonna win anything.
You're not wrong, Renegade, and it will be. It definitely will be. There's a couple names out there that are available for the Oilers to go after.
Issues for the most part have been
There's a couple guys in Minnesota that are available. A guy in Florida that's available. A guy in Nashville is available.
That was the fastest 4 goals.
A goaltender in Winnipeg needs a change of scenery.
Game 6, period 1, similar fashion.
Norris went to the room still cut, the lip still bleeding, so perhaps going for the Bears. Elenos will serve the penalty and force Peters aside without Lane Hudson, who usually shines in this area.
Few goalies in Detroit looking for contracts.
Samuelson and Darlene, Quinn and McLeod, and it's Ryan McLeod.
2:20 left to go in the first period. 3-2 Montreal. Shots are 10-4 in favor of Buffalo.
Back in a race for that, and Samuelson gets there ahead of Caulfield.
Bottom 6 as far as forwards.
2 minutes left in this opening period.
Yes.
Another frenzied session.
I will be with what I know I will be. Like I said, you're going to see Szymanski. You're going to see one of Howard or Hudson play in the bottom 6 next year. Savoy is going to be in your top line.
Along with Thompson, so they get reunited here, 4-on-4.
Okay.
Owen Power works his
I'm writing on the roster on my... I got a nice little noted pad here. I'm going to write down the roster that I've been aware of.
up on the glass.
If all things come to fruition,
Here's Newhook turning back into the traffic to get it.
yeah, man, I know. Like, get your exactly that. Get your popcorn ready, guys.
And Tuck trying to take that away, deflected neatly by Matheson. Evans. As the Canadians reorganize.
That's not a marker.
Late here in the final minute. Slavkovsky working ahead. And now he turns it back. Pounded by Benson. Swings it for Gooley. And back ahead, Slavkovsky shouldered down by Byram. In comes Benson, side.
You're late to the shootout, the OK Corral. Oh, Lou, that's awesome. Yeah, it's another football score coming.
Disrupted a little bit by Byram to break up what looked like a dangerous odd-man rush. Hudson again, trying to steer that to Slavkovsky. Into the corner for Benson. Owen Power. Dying seconds. Looks like he's willing to just let the clock drain. Maybe an attack here. Over the line comes Krebs. Krebs watched by Deneau as the siren goes to end the period.
Check out 3-goal early payout brought to you by Bet365. When your team goes up 3, you
Don't
paid.
get too far
It's
ahead of
that simple.
yourself.
Download the app today.
Cook
Must
a
be
little here,
18
bud.
plus. Ontario only. Please play
All
responsibly.
right.
So the Sabres score at the 32-second mark. In a row by
Like I say,
Montreal.
there's
Jack
a
got
changes
given
be
off.
coming in Edmonton,
Shorthand.
and there's gonna be a lot of changes you guys are not gonna like. And
Buffalo within one after one with a power play goal for the Sabres. Ron Kelly. David
there's gonna be changes you guys are gonna love.
Lots to talk about again in our first intermission.
Give me half a second here.
Brought to you by Scotiabank. You can earn up to $700 when you switch to a Scotiabank banking package. Learn more at scotiabank.com/perks. Wednesday, Hockey Central sets the stage as the Western Conference Final begins. Through 2 rounds, they've lost just once. The Avalanche are 4 wins away from the Stanley Cup Final. Hungry for another championship, but now they battle a Golden Knights team built for playoff adversity. Stanley Cup pedigree on both sides. 2020
Oh, you guys are really going to hate me.
Real hydration with electrolytes. No colors from artificial sources and coconut water. Choose body.
Is that designer dress from Winners? Or did she pay full price? Stop wondering. Start winning. Winners, find fabulous for less. Introducing new Crest Clean Breath. Unlike a regular toothpaste, it doesn't just mask bad breath. It neutralizes bacteria for long-lasting, cleaner breath. Get that clinically proven Crest Clean Breath.
Boy, Chucky, how are you?
I'm the god of the goalposts.
Alright.
Love that sound.
Just get a scooch past you.
Wake up in Canmore every morning. The home lottery Mountain Edition is back. Coffee on the balcony. Teams spilling your review. If you win the $2.8 million Canmore Grand Prize, a unique one-of-a-kind property featuring 2 connected residences in Spring Creek, a spacious primary condo, plus a private guest suite. Buy early and win the early bird Mercedes G-Wagon and the VIP BMW Roadster. Last year sold out early. Support Calgary Health Foundation at CalgaryMountainHomeLottery.com.
Derek Wills here reminding you to shop live.
Okay, now this is with no trades at all. Don't shoot the messenger.
Now, you can save big and get free with your tires with purchase. A free tire and room warranty for 3 years and a free lifetime oil and filter offer. Plus, finance from 0% for 30
Oh, man. So, anyways,
Don't miss out. Find your vehicle
I'm going to take a picture
in person or online at
and I'm going to upload it.
.com.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes and I can spare 5 minutes.
When pain shows up, Tylenol is on your team. It's like Nathan McKinnon having your back. Even when your back doesn't have your back. Tylenol Extra Strength.
Now,
Pain relief.
again, this is with no trades at all that have happened or will happen.
When it's go time, and you're coming up short, order on Skip for your shot at winning one of 50 pairs of tickets to a Stanley Cup playoffs game. Only on Skip.
I hate doing this in live time, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Here was a reaction when Arthur Jacki scored, both in Montreal and in the capital of the province. In the video shot, you can see it's his sellout there as well. Some crazy live Saturday Night Fever in Montreal. The Stanley Cup playoffs and Sportsnet brought to you by Rogers.
So as you see here,
Talking here, Luke, which of the
Savoy, McDavid, and Hyman. Podkolzin, Draisaitl, Kapanen, Szymanski, Hopkins, question mark. Question mark being, Hopkins isn't here. Dickinson fills the void for Hopkins. Friedrich is on the right side. Doc, Dickinson, Howard. Now, if Hopkins is no longer here, Dickinson moves up to third. And then Janmark is your fourth line center. Back end, you got Ekholm, Bouchard, Murphy, Wallman, Nurse, Emberson. Tyler Emberson will be a huge, huge loss for this Oilers team if they don't resign him. Goaltender will be blank, blank, and blank, blank for now. Now, all that said, all that changes. Hopkins gets moved. The bottom six juggles a little bit. Szymanski goes to center on the fourth line. Either way, I don't think Janmark is going to see very much ice time this year for the Edmonton Oilers. To the point where a trade could happen for Janmark as well. Like I said, that's just what I've been told. That's your top six right there. That's your, are you okay with Szymanski, Doc, Hopkins, Dickinson, Friedrich, and Howard in your bottom six? I am. Yes, a trade could involve Howard. but I think a trade is more likely to involve Hudson over Howard. But I'll be right back. Apparently I got dad duties to do. Oh, I'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, I got a quick video to show you. I can see that the... Yeah, he does hold more value. Hudson holds more value than Howard. Oh, man, you're not wrong. So I got a quick video to show you guys. It's the power play today for the Canadiens. Ladies and gentlemen, if you notice, there's some really good hockey going on in Switzerland right now. Team Canada versus Team Italy happened about 4:30 this morning. If you're up that early watching the live games, congratulations. You're one of the few, one of the parade. And I'll give you a short clip here of how I want the Oilers power play to work next season. Now, you're going to see a face-off win here.
Challenges a goaltender interference. They lose it.
Right
Put
there,
down the power
face-off
play.
win.
And it's the
pause. You notice how this is Bouchard at the top. He has the puck. Yes, that Evan Bouchard. Scheifele is here where Hawkins would usually be for the Oilers. I know you can't see my sensor, but 55 is Scheifele. Down low. Simple play down low. Bouchard's going to give it to Scheifele, who's going to go down low. Forward 2, which is usually Draisaitl or Hyman, will duck down behind the net. So why don't the Oilers implement this? This is an easy goal. Simple, stupid, easy, and you got the shot, Bouchard, to do it. I will continue playing, and you'll see why
that
it's
shows up in
goal.
Canada in their first pack play. They're using a sort of
bang. It's that simple, folks. It's face-off win, 1 pass, 2 pass, bucket of net. You see how quickly that happened? Maybe the Oilers can implement that. Just saying. Just saying. Maybe Edmonton should learn a thing or two what Team Canada is doing on their power play. Not the same old pass it 1,000 times, hope Draisaitl's backdoor. I mean, the kid's not wrong. The kid's not wrong. So anyways, we're going to go into some Xbox here right quick. Whoop, hey, how's it going? Hello, folks. So we got Gustafsson here. Now, the Oilers are going to add. Obviously, they aren't interested in that. We're going to give them Darnell Nurse. Edmonton would have too many goalies. All right. That's fine. Because we're going to... Oh, no. The trade wasn't Nurse. That's right. The trade was not Nurse. The trade was Hopkins. My bad. Let me make sure we get the right people. Now, obviously, the Oilers would be having to take somebody in return. So, there you go. So that is what I'm proposing. Hey, how's it going, Nikki? So let's see if this goes through. It's our goalie, Hopkins, Brodeen. Oh. All right, well, that is why you throw in draft picks. We will give them... Dang, the Oilers really don't have many draft picks. We'll give them the 6th this year and the 5th. What else would you be wanting? That's the thing, though, right? Is it's so much easier doing this on season mode because they don't block anything in season mode. See, that's what I think too. So that is where you just kind of gotta be, and that's what sucks about giving them Hopkins with Gustafsson making so little. Sucks. Because then Edmonton would have too many goalies. Well, let's... Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, I know what we can do. We can send Jari somewhere. Oh, Jari. Send Jari to Toronto. Actually, and we'll take Troy Stetcher back. Yes. Unfortunately, this year, the way they have it, they are running off of last season's. That's why season mode works so much better. They're running off of last season's numbers, which doesn't make sense to me. But I know I made the trades and it was like, oh, they want Jari. People want Jari. You just got to put in a draft pick with the Jari situation. "3-3 Buffalo scores. Make it a hockey game." Woo. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Lubo. Sorry, wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Silly old me. Yeah. I don't like how it changes from season mode to franchise mode. We make it. I didn't realize till you said that franchise mode was a little behind. Thanks for pointing that out. Like, I did not know that it was a year behind. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because I'm on season mode. I switched it over to season mode, and the numbers make it work. Yeah. Anyways,
playoff goal 2 nights ago. More Buffalo pressure. Shot wide. Bounce off the inboard. Zucker. Trying short side. Matheson and now Boleno trying to come up with the puck against Quinn. And it is Joe Boleno. Up the boards. Chipped by Bolduc and out. And that slides back into the Buffalo zone.
Canadians need a shift where they can make the play under pressure, settle the attack down from the Buffalo Sabres, start spending some offensive zone time. They've been back.
That was overheating my SD card. Sorry, guys. My card was overheating, so I have it sitting on my computer. Bad giveaway by Montreal there. 13:38 left to go in the second period. 3-3 hockey game. Shots are 20-7. Are we seeing a Tampa Bay Montreal game 7 again, where Montreal took a total of 9 shots and won the game? Can't make it a habit. Cannot make that a habit. Yes, be safe, Nicky. Be safe. Need some chocolate. What a hit by Matheson. Double points. Huge save by Luka Luukkonen.
Against Buffalo.
Boy, what a back and forth game this
Power play coming up from Montreal. Too many men on the ice.
A big hit always creates a little bit of energy.
Guy was laying in the Buffalo zone. They had 6 or 7 guys on the ice.
I think is the call, but here's the play in tight across to Tuck, who's just dying to have something positive happen. What a toe save. And then at the other end, Anderson in all alone, can't get it past the pad of Luukkonen.
Wow, that was a long time they had. That ref had to count. Use that guy. He's in the corner going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too many. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think there's a move. There's several moves that can be made. The Nashville move makes a lot of sense. If the Minnesota go through, Nashville getting Saros would be easier. Hey. Back to back. I'd be okay with that. Bring it back to the 80s when the Cup went through Canada, the entire 80s. From 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. And then Pittsburgh stole 91, 92. And then Montreal did it again in 93. Oh, I can imagine it.
Short-handed in even strength for the first time in a period in the playoffs since '92 when they did against Hartford in Game 5 of a 7-game series that wasn't decided till double overtime in Game 7. Here's Slavkovsky unable to get a shot off. Caulfield had it knocked off his stick. Slavkovsky and now Caulfield out of the corner and he shot it high. Demidov on the near side, through for Slavkovsky, cycles to Suzuki. They have something that goes high for Hudson instead. Like they had a 2-on-1 down low. Across and Caulfield couldn't make contact. Hudson back to
I like the quick movement of Montreal.
Suzuki deflected out to center. 8 minutes into the second.
You're not wrong, Diane. Not wrong.
Slavkovsky for Demidov, the power play goal scorer.
That's good stick work by Buffalo there. Power play is looking stagnant now. Lots of movement though. Like I say that. I want the Oilers to practice movement. Like they were just so stagnant. Everybody's standing still, not moving, not making the penalty killers work. Just it bothered me. This year's PK and power play bothered me.
Forced out by McLeod.
Just a little stick there by McLeod. Got a piece of it enough to get it offside.
Now they're back in. A rink-wide pass. Tuck takes it away. And now 2-on-2 the other way. Tuck along with McLeod crisscrossing. And now Alex Tuck will go for a skate. Dozen seconds remaining in the penalty. And Tuck can't play that or he'd be offside. On the pass from Power. Here comes Doc. He'll wrap it in. Jack Quinn serving the penalty, leaves the box, so Montreal now 2. Here's Doc trying to get it to the net. That's knocked down. Dobson has it knocked away. At the point, it's
so much movement.
Trying to thread it through. It breaks the stick to Tuck. Tuck along the boards, trying to tie things up. Metza looking to dig it out. Another board battle. Canadians won 81% of the puck battles in the first period. There's one that Buffalo prevails.
Yep.
Out on the right side for Doc. 3-on-2 back in. Kirby Doc put it on goal. Luukkonen knocks that away. Doc centers. All the way out to center for Zucker. Carrier watching him, and now with some speed, it's Norris coming late. A passing foot, and Quinn unable to get a shot away. Dangerous odd man rush. And now a penalty coming up against Montreal.
Power play coming for Buffalo now.
Norris dropping it off. Duke gets a stick
Wow.
on it. And now Buffalo will get a chance to break the
Back
tie
and
of the
forth they go. Where will it stop? Nobody knows.
Carey lost control of the puck, and that split-second decision right there creates the odd man rush, and you get the interference call trying to get in the way of Zucker. Didn't get the cross-seam pass, but a power play coming up for the Sabres.
No. Let's say for shits and giggles, Daryl Cates is wanting to win the cup now. And he has told Stan Bowman in no less terms, you win a cup this year, you're done. It's cup or nothing. It's not cup or bust. It's cup or you're fired. You make the moves that you have to make this team, to help this team win a cup. You trade whatever goalie you have to trade. You trade whatever assets you have to trade to get said goalie. I know it's easier said than done, otherwise everybody would do it. I just think that the owner right now is... mindset is if we don't win the cup this year, given that we've spent so much money year after year after year, when will we win the cup?
Buffalo
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't win it, win.
Get set for another Buffalo power play, Chris. 5 goals in 9 games for Zach Benson.
You're going to have a rested McDavid, a rested entire Oilers team, with a new fire under their ass.
And now a critical power play. Buffalo 1 for 3 with the man advantage tonight.
I honestly think it starts with getting rid of Jari. You have to get rid of Jari and bring in a Bobrovsky, a Gustafsson, Saros, somebody of that ilk that could play a lot of minutes and win games and make saves that they don't have business making.
Here's Thompson across to the other side. Darlene. A seam pass.
There is talk that Ingram is going to stay, but at what price point? You don't want to overpay for a Connor Ingram, but he's not going to make $800,000.
Still looking for an elusive first.
I honestly think on the open market, Ingram's making $3 million per year. 4-3 Buffalo. Oh, damn. Holy fuck. Don't take penalties in this game.
Looks stunned at this one. I mean, he just didn't react to it. Didn't think he had anybody in front causing a screen. Maybe thinking Quinn wasn't going to shoot. Look at battles that you typically have, and maybe get a better view. You could see Matheson just got out of his way so that he could see it. Saw the pass coming across.
That's just a clean beat.
Just missed on. Went underneath his glove and off the post. And you had mentioned Quinn. So much had been talked about his chances that he's got. His biggest asset is his shot after a 20-goal season.
Also,
and Chris, his first goal.
There's this thing called trade deadline halfway through the year.
A lead turns into a deficit. 4-3 now for the Sabres.
Second Sabre lead for the game. They scored first, and then
The Oilers don't have to go big game hunting.
but now have scored 3 in a row.
July, August, September.
Deneau looks for it. The center taken away by Power.
They can wait till February or March.
The Quinn goal is first in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
What they can't afford, though, they can't afford another slow start.
It led the playoffs in scoring chances without hitting the back of the net.
They cannot afford a slow start.
And back to Kyle.
Yeah, Chris, well, we talked about Ivan Demonov switching up the tape on his stick. Jack Quinn, before this series, changed the brand, the model of his stick altogether. He had so many chances coming in tonight, but no goals until finally being rewarded in the second period. He's using Connor Bedard's pattern, wanted to make the shift. Everything felt good. He just hadn't got one to fall until he at a critical moment in Game 6.
Buffalo trying to go 5-1 on the road in these playoffs. Here comes Caulfield. His shot ends up out of play. And the Canadians trying to take better advantage of this frantic home crowd. They're just 2-3 so far. And of course, we're unable to close out Tampa Bay on home ice in Game 6.
I heard Kevin in the pregame show talking about that. You know, the difficulties sometimes on home. It's a game that you're able to move on to the final and really start to set your course for what comes next. It can be hard in your own building. You get the excitement, but then you also get the lull. And you're listening to it here. The Buffalo Sabres, to their credit, have been able to do that through their 2 series.
Maybe a chance here. Slafkovsky whipped it wide. Canadians trying to solve.
Lukanis has come in and shut the door for Buffalo.
Here's Tage Thompson in shooting, and that'll stick to Dobish.
Well, and that's the key, as you said. It's just 7
Yeah,
shots on Luka.
yeah.
So they haven't really.
That's going to be tough for Carolina. Like, I don't care who you are. That is a tough thing for Carolina. If Buffalo wins tonight, 14 days off of no hockey. That's a tough sell.
You know the pressure of having to score. You had 2 great games. You had back-to-back goal and assist games here in Montreal. So he's got a good feeling being into this building. And tonight, he's shooting everything, every opportunity he gets. And if I'm Lindy Ruff, that's okay. Keep shooting.
Cloud on this face-off, wins it to Tuck. Guerrier on his back is Alex Tuck. Handing it towards Darlene, broken up by Bolger. Sent out to center. Doc just unable to reach that. Off the boards.
7:45 left to go in just the second period. 25-11 are the shots for Buffalo. 4-3 is the score for Buffalo.
Samuelson ahead. Tuck turns. Here comes Doan right back in. 16 point streak. Last Sabre to have 7 straight in the postseason. Danny Briere back in 2006. Doan on it again. Now Bolduc, another reverse.
What a hit.
And out at center it goes for Valeno. Drops that in. May have taken a high stick.
I got a little elbow, a little shaver by Byron there, but no arm came up.
And now Zucker's got a 2-on-1 with Helenus in front. Scores!
Missed call. Buffalo scores. Gotta believe that. That's tough. That's tough if you're a Montreal fan.
Moments. You know you got a team that's feeling good. They got the energy. They got the momentum. They're playing with house's money. I thought this should have been a penalty here. Watch Valeno. The dump in. Does the arm get up? That's a little snap back there, a little late. It looked like shoulder and less than an elbow. So Valeno stops playing. Now everybody's kind of backing up in that 2-on-1. No chance whatsoever for Dobish to get across. No man's land was
That's tough. Montreal
in
stopped playing because they thought a penalty was coming.
Play
Play to the whistle, boys.
To just deliver the shooter instead of the cross seam pass in the back of the net. What a change of this game in such quick
Montreal
fashion.
fans feeling it now. They feel what Oilers fans feel on a weekly basis.
Of the postseason, Zucker and Dahlin, and it goes from a 2-0 or a 2-goal lead to a 2-goal deficit for the home team.
Well, we talked about youngster, 23 goals, 63 points in the American League, and you know, a coach always looks brilliant when you bring a guy in and all of a sudden he adds a spark when you need it, but they always felt pretty confident in his offensive abilities, and man, has he ever paid off the coach's ice time that he's been able to give him.
There's Zach Benson, pocket pick by Demidov, turning it back for the Canadians. Has to be some urgency for the home side now. Evans bumped to the puck.
Montreal's gonna have to get it in gear now.
Battling for it. Down went Norris. Played ahead towards Evans. And a bank pass that doesn't connect with Benson. Here's Demidov working it back in deep. Under 6.5 to go here in the second period. Zach Metzen, his first Stanley Cup playoff game on the tape for McLeod with Benson. Center pass, a new hook there for the Canadians. Evans back. And the Canadians certainly would at least like to cut this lead in half before the end of the second. It's been a dominant period for the Sabres. Trying to turn that momentum back around. Slafkovsky knocked away from him. Dobson sends it to the side of the net. Up ahead, Tuck, and here's McLeod over the line with Doan. Jumping with Samuelson. Connor Timmins plays it around. Nick Suzuki there along the boards, trying to turn away from the checking. That's just a little too far for Slafkovsky.
5.5 left to go in the second period. Montreal still trying to find that next level.
Loose for Caulfield, snapped that shot short side into the glove of Luukkonen. So 2 goals.
Still trying to find that next level, Montreal is. Hey. It's there if they need it. It is there if they need it.
Montreal were the home fans stunned by what we've seen in the second period. It's just like what we saw in the last game, except, well, it was the visiting team there too.
It's a mirror image. You know, in Game 5, you had all
You've
kinds
been
of goals
ambushed.
early on,
Uh-oh.
5 of them, 3 for Buffalo, and then it was the second period where Montreal.
So I figured out why is the franchise didn't work. It's because they're already in season salary cap mode. We're in season mode. You're still in the off season. So second period we'll go do that. We'll do the season and make those trades necessary to make this team better. You just can't trade picks in season mode.
That's a 26-12 in the game. 15-7 Buffalo in the second. Around for Slavkovsky. Checked there by Benson. Watson.
We might just sim the season as is and go on from there for the franchise.
On the puck for the Sabres. Around behind the net, Thompson and Benson. And now loose, and Slavkovsky looks up ice.
Make the trades needed in the off season.
Tried to slide it through to Caulfield, broken up by Darlene. Darlene around, and Benson waiting.
4.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Still 5-3 Buffalo. 26-12 shots. Buffalo.
Under 4.5 remaining here in the second. Texier, a big pass. Anderson ripped out by Samuelson. Samuelson in goal.
Buffalo's okay playing this game.
Some block shots in the playoffs. They are tied for the lead in that department combined. Matheson draws a penalty. So the Canadians going to get
Another power play coming up for Buffalo.
As McLeod touches up.
No. Power play coming up from Montreal.
I know it seems simple, but those little individual plays that to beat the guy you're going against, it can change.
Yeah, I'll do that in franchise mode. I'll do
just a really quick read. You know that Tuck's been struggling.
Because in franchise mode they start you right in preseason. For your first season starts right in preseason. We're in season mode during the off season.
By Matheson at a time when you need it most. And Chris, you know the
yeah, I agree with you.
The top line had just been out for a shift.
Yeah, I thought they were calling a penalty because I saw him smash the guy's stick out of his hand. I thought they were going to call that for interference.
Trying to delay as much as they can here.
Which it all sets of purposes. Kind of interference.
Huge power play for the Canadians.
Well, the top unit out. Suzuki gets it started with a face-off win. Demidov down low. Slavkovsky with the 3 power play goals against Tampa. That shot through. Batted at by Suzuki. Glove back to Demidov and Hudson.
You got to take that shot.
There's Caulfield. Suzuki. Demidov to the back post. Hudson.
Montreal is becoming the Oilers now with their power play. Stagnant in passing. Maybe good penalty killing makes power plays look silly.
Slavkovsky swarmed. Caulfield, others. Hudson. Suzuki. Greenway watching him. Caulfield, Hudson.
I'd never think Greenway was a good penalty killer, but good lord. Oh, I was going to go that shit. Wow. Such a good PK for Buffalo. Didn't look good early, but man.
Quickly back in comes Hudson. Lane Hudson across. Suzuki back for Hudson. Steers it to Demidov. Off the stick and Slavkovsky into the air. He brought it down for Demidov in his skates. Here Slavkovsky. That pass impeded by McLeod. Hudson can't get it to the net. And they'll have to reboot. And they've been out there for about a minute and a half, but stay out. Hudson in deep. Now Texier comes on. And Bolduc. And that one off the arm of Luukkonen. It's Hudson with it again. Doc's parked in front. That shot wide of the net. Good screen. Doc. Now Doc picks up a loose puck. 12 seconds remaining. Doc able to get that across, and now Noah Dobson. Down low Texier, and that shot deflects in the
Right?
corner.
Something's got to get done with Montreal, man. I mean, they're up 3-2 in the series. Do they really care about this game? What a save by Dobish. Mark that down on your calendar. 1:55 left to go in the second period. Dobis with a huge save on Tuck. As that hits a Buffalo player at the bench. That's too many men on the ice.
Tried to get a too many men, but power was halfway over. This is just going to be a center ice whistle. And
No, that can't just be a center ice whistle. If you're going to blow that dead.
Here's the pressure coming here. Hudson looking in front, knows he's got the tip option. We've seen Demidov in that spot, got a piece of it. Caulfield drive into the little hard areas. Watch the turnaround. Gets knocked down by Greenway coming through. Little complaint about
It would be nice if they did close it out at home. Right? Caulfield, don't talk to the ref. He don't care.
Completely out, and so his 2 feet were there. But remember that one for Dobish. That's a big catalyst for his team. Shut the door. Dobish knows he doesn't have another one to give.
Why even blow it dead then? Like, why blow it dead if you're just gonna not do a penalty?
Here comes Josh Anderson. 90 seconds remaining in the period as he.
That whole situation just benefited Buffalo.
Respond here in a period that's tilted Buffalo's way. Evans to the line for Matheson.
Interesting.
Back for Evans from distance.
But yeah, Montreal's got to figure out how to beat number one.
Out of play.
They got to figure out how to beat number one in net.
Championship dreams, it all plays out here. Watch the Canadian Elite Basketball
Which begs the
League
question:
season.
who does Buffalo start Game 7? Luka Luukkonen
goes. You'd think, okay, Lyon's going to be the guy for Buffalo and
or
be
Lyon?
Able to shut the door like he did when he came in the Boston series. And suddenly he's gone after 3 goals on 3 shots. Now Luukkonen has been able to stay.
If you're Buffalo, I'd stick with Luka Luukkonen. Lyon is doing what he does. Good for a little bit.
Long wait for this face-off to materialize, and Deneau pulled it back, but out of the reach of Matheson. He's got a dash with Quinn after it, and Dobson. Zucker gets on it. Here's Zucker looking to center.
Which Skywalker?
And a chance for Byron.
Luke, Anakin, Leah.
Final minute of the period, and Deneau makes pass ahead. Here comes Evans. Back in, Deneau trying to catch up. To the right side for Anderson. Cycles it back. Deneau against Helenus. Up the boards, and it's played past Dobson. And Carrier back. One last hit for Suzuki. And Newhook comes out as well.
Start Anakin Skywalker.
Icing call.
Is she a Skywalker though?
Games are all about regrouping. What can you do when the game changes?
I don't think Ray's a Skywalker. I don't know enough about that whole universe to.
They got to come out with a game 6.
I just know about the 3: Luke, Anakin, and Leah.
That series in a tough building to win in. It looked like they were
Or Leia, I guess.
in the first, but credit to them in the second. They've responded, and lots of work to do here for the Canadians on home ice in the third period.
28 seconds left to go in the second period.
It's been 5-1 for the Montreal Canadiens in this series, Chris. So they've had good success there, and now you just got to get with these last 28 seconds, make sure nothing else happens, and regroup, and then respond.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not a fan of it, but I would not be surprised.
Demidov trying to get past Samuelson. Out there in the late stages of this period. And now flipped away to center. Demidov tried to knock it down. McLeod one-hands it in.
Yeah.
Carrier lost it. Brian McLeod in front. Here's Samuelson across. Metz's shot is rejected. Newhook.
They have a son?
Down the ice, but long shot at the siren to end.
I didn't know they had a kid together. That's interesting, Diane.
Visitors as they score 3 in a 5-minute and 44 seconds.
But is he a Skywalker or is he a Solo?
So the goal scorers, Pitts and Quinn.
He's a Skywalking Solo.
As Buffalo.
All right, let's get back to the trade. Now, I'll show you what I mean because I'm going to have more time to show you. I'm not going to get bothered by a kid that needs to go to bed. Children these days. Needy little knuckleheads. All right. So this is what I mean when I say, because right now we're at a calendar. Oh, let me do this. Right now we're on October 6th. And if you see trade players, oh, interesting. There's no salary cap. I do have salary cap on. I'm not sure why it decided not to kick in. What's interesting about people saying that they don't want Jari, you know who does want Jari? Nashville Predators want Tristan Jari. But who... You know what? Let's see this. Would you trade... You know what? I might do this in franchise mode. Would you guys be willing to trade Darnell Nurse for to Nash for Brady Shea? Would that be a deal that you could see happening? Let's see what Nashville says. All right, fair enough. I guess they wouldn't be interested in trading away Stamkos, eh? We'll take Shea. Who else would you eat? There's just no room. Jesus. And this is where you'd have to throw in assets, because we don't have draft picks in season mode. Wow. They want Shea off their list. But they're not willing to give up anything other than that. This is tough, man. They don't like me. Fine, I'll do it this way. Jari goes to Minnesota for Gustafson. So that's 10. Jesus. Yeah, they're just not willing to do any deals. Which is tough. Let's see this. What does this guy want? So yeah, maximum salary cap is 95, minimum 70, 19 per player. Here we go. See, now we got trades now. Colton Dock and our third for a third and a fifth. Oh no. Man, they really want Colton Dock. But only for draft picks. I just don't see that being a thing. Oh, I don't want to get rid of my second rounder. I know. Almost had me. They almost got me. So let's see. See if they've got it updated now. NHL. Edmonton would have too many goalies. Okay. Jesus. That's why I like off-season moves, because salary cap doesn't matter. Of course, Saros is a no movement clause. Forgot to take them all off. Wonder I have wondered. Just want to see something. Okay, so send an Unger. Hey, we got rid of Nurse. Nurse is now part of the Columbus Blue Jackets organization. Cost us Unger and a pick, but it got the move done. So, if that's all that took, let's get Gustafson for Ingram. This, I don't want to send the second, no. Fifth. Then that would put them over. That's okay. So then, how would we be over? Oh. That's why. Wrong goalie. You did, yep. That's why we'd be over. There, that makes more sense now. Okay, well. Let's add Hudson. And they'd be over. Why do you gotta make things so difficult? Why do people gotta make things so difficult? Alright. Third period is underway. Let's get back to that. Why? So now I see why players and teams have such a hard time making moves. So many no movement clauses, so many no trade clauses, so many just... So much just dumbness.
Delivery of the game presented by Instacart. Get groceries delivered in as fast as 60 minutes. Rasmus Dahlin said earlier in the playoffs that one of the things the Sabres talk about is dogs have to be dogs. Well, in the second period tonight, it started down a goal. Zach Benson, been their most ferocious dog all playoff long, ties it up. Jack Quinn had been all bark, no bite until a huge power play goal, his first of the playoffs. And Consta Helenus, just a playoff punt. You wouldn't know it with the way he's come into this series. Goals, in fact, maybe a series-changing period for Buffalo. They lead by 2 to begin this third period, Chris.
And the lead dog, Rasmus Dahlin, a goal and 2 assists in the game. Montreal, Craig, has never lost.
Montreal needs a period with all periods right now.
When leading by multiple goals,
do they have it in them?
3-1 lead in this one.
Well, one of the problems has been at the start of each period. 32 seconds into the game, Buffalo scores. 1 minute into the second period, when you had control, it was that Benson goal that got Buffalo. Maybe the crowd can be the extra sauce you need to get this third period going for Montreal.
Well, I mentioned this when we left Buffalo. Potentially it was the final time the Sabre fans would see their team this year. Potentially the final period.
Oh, you're just rubbing it in. You got brownie Sundays. You're just rubbing it in.
Rewrite the script here in the third period or in Game 7. Slafkovsky ahead off the stick of Caulfield. Canadians will try and ignite this crowd as early as they can in the third.
Well, if you're a Buffalo Sabre fan, you hope they close. If you're a Montreal Canadian fan, you hope they forgot that hockey's 60 minutes. And if you're just a fan of hockey, I think Game 7 was always in the cards.
Dropping it off, Carrier downhill. Looking for Matheson in deep. Like a set play there that just failed to materialize and now knocked away from Matheson. And Norris will flip it.
Well, happy birthday for him. Still doesn't change the fact I'm jealous and I want brownie Sundays.
It's Newhook. Swinging it in for Demidov.
But sometimes we don't always get what we want.
Looks it loose along the boards, and now it's played out by Doan. And Hudson's going to win that race to get back in the nick of time. Out at center ice where Power and Evans duel for it, and Evans will flip it in.
Another example of Hudson, just that explosive speed to
30.
That gap so quickly, make sure he gets control of the puck.
I remember when I was that young.
Wayne Hudson onto the left side for Newhook. Alex Newhook back in. Evans goes after it.
Feels like just yesterday.
Off to Power. Owen Power through center. Works his way in. He is upended. They play on, and now the Canadians will try and counter.
Yes, huge congratulations to him. 30 is a big boy number.
Quick counterattack. Bolduc charging in. Doc follows up and comes up with the puck. Cycles it back for Bolduc. In behind the net. Suzuki out there again. Ellenus up the boards. Kept alive momentarily by Matheson and now bounces out. There's Bolduc. Sends it back in deep.
Well, the Hurts don't do it.
Behind the net. That knocked down here, and Bolduc gets it to Suzuki. A centering pass, nobody there. Matheson ties it up in his skates, but it's cried out, and away goes Ben Thompson. Maybe a 2-on-1. Fits it in, and he hooked the pass back and out of the reach of Thompson. Now Bolduc up ahead. It's Anderson charging in. Looking for some help as he circles on.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Hudson, his shot is muffled.
Well, you can always say you never think that Adam gave you nothing.
Texier back and
I mean, he gave you a baby. Something?
Texier goes after it against Metza. Samuelson around. Off Doan. Dobson unable to get loose off the boards, and Alex Tuck is back.
Jesus, Evil Knievel.
Great pass. Metza, back door. Unable to connect there with McLeod.
Our child definitely is Evil Knievel.
Samuelson back is
Daredevil Dave.
make changes.
No whistles here, Chris. If you're Buffalo, just the time is the enemy of the Montreal Canadiens. These kind of long stretches without a whistle.
Ah, so there, yeah, no, you can't even say that then, yeah. Fair point, fair point.
Time, it's Gooley in. Demidov far side, shouldered away one defender. Comes back
So I guess you can say he's never really gotten you anything Mother's Day.
pinned by Samuelson. Byram on it.
That fellow.
Over Gooley down the ice. Is that enough for icing?
Speaking of Mother's Day, when is Mother's Day?
The coach sometimes, you can't say it unless your team believes it. And for Marty St. Louis, here's the history. Here's this year. Most comeback wins regular season and playoffs. So you've got a group of
Is it
guys
Mother's
that
Day this
believe in
weekend?
themselves. They've been through these battles throughout the regular season. 4 of them, as you see.
I joke. I know it was last weekend. I didn't forget Mother's Day.
Words of conviction that these guys believe it. They need something positive here to build off of.
Trust me. Trust me, I did not forget it was Mother's Day last weekend. I would be unalived if I had.
2 Stanley Cup winning years. Ellenus ridden off the puck in front of the Montreal bench. Dobson ahead for Suzuki. Hudson at the controls.
Oh, late nights, early mornings, catching up to your guy. Just wide on that slap shot. 15 minutes left to go in the third period. Still 5-3 Buff by low. 28-16 in shots for the Sabres. Montreal's taking shots. Just cannot solve the goalie, Luka Luukkonen.
Slavkovsky turned right into his line mate Suzuki. Carrier will
Oh, that's
back
sweet.
around, but Montreal changing, so Buffalo with possession. McLeod turned back by Bolduc.
Excuse me.
Owen Power ahead
Turn
off the next
around.
tuck. He gets tied up by Carrier. Bolduc
Damn.
able to
Buffalo's just getting every loose puck.
and now sent back to the Montreal line, bouncing puck, and Tuck gets on it against Matheson. Alex Tuck across.
Oh, that's awesome, buddy. Yeah, I don't buy flowers for Diane. She's a flower killer.
Timmins plays it past him, and it's Darlene. Zucker back to the Montreal line. Here's Dobson ahead, trying to connect with Deneau. Anderson storms.
Much like the Edmonton Oilers, the right side is where the puck goes to die.
Unsuspecting. Jack Quinn ahead. And
Flowers. If you don't want flowers to live, send them to Diane. She'll find a way.
Wayne Hudson will have a busy third period. That pass broken up by Metza. Back in is Benson, and the shot right on.
Which is fair.
Deneau knocks it to the corner, plays it up ahead. Maybe a break. Anderson cutting in. Anderson to the net. And the puck taken away by Samuelson. Off a stick and out to center. Norris knocked down. Cooley a big pass. Chipped back in by Evans.
Tough timing there for Anderson. Chris, that was 35 seconds into a shift. Not as much spark as he typically has with his speed to create some separation there.
Here's Demidov. Lofts the puck at center. Benson. And offside was Thompson on this right side. A second shy of the...
You're blaming the lighting. You're
third.
blaming the lighting for the plants not living.
Uncomfortable and nerve-wracking here for the home fans.
It's been a plant situation since before we lived here. Anywhoosies, comment, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. We'll be back in full swing in off season. Oilers will definitely be busy in the off season. I guarantee you, this will be one of the busiest off seasons the Oilers will ever be in. Not wrong, Lubo. Not wrong. You can win a game in 20 minutes, right? Hockey games are 20 minutes. Like, I can joke and I can kid with you guys, but I feel like this season is going to be a very seismic shift in the trajectory of the Edmonton Oilers for the better. Obviously, like you're watching, I'm trying to make trades on a video game, and they're just not going through.
Breaking down and going over video of both the Canadiens and Sabres ever since their series ended, but won't present any of that to their players until they know for sure who they are facing next. It's been a challenge for Brind'Amour and the Hurricanes to make the most of their downtime, but after tonight, at least they will know for sure when their next game is, Chris.
Yes, still to be determined opponent in the Eastern Conference Final.
I did that role in 06 while Buffalo and Carolina played a Game 7. We had, 9 days off.
There's the centering pass.
Big save there by Dolbis.
Thompson gives it away. They get back on it.
Off the crossbar that time. Woo!
Ryan McLeod nearly put this away, but now the Canadians come back.
Yeah, definitely. You never
never
want to bury your kid. One thing that that's one thing I wish I don't ever want anybody to ever go through. A parent burying a child.
A crossbar and a post keeps it a 2-goal game.
Matheson ahead too far, and that icing, Suzuki.
Icing against Montreal. 12 minutes left to go in the third.
Watch up to 4 games at once.
Do the Habitants have 2 goals in them
Xfinity
to get this game to overtime?
One guy who's really been trying to get things going is Ryan McLeod. Last 2 games, just 13-22, and then here in Game 4, just 9:35, and he gets a glorious scoring chance there, just off the bar. If you're Buffalo, this has been a perfect kind of period, Chris. Hardly any whistles, back and forth play, clock just ticking away, but you know desperately they'd love to get another one. And for Montreal, take some chances. D would jump up to get some offense.
Allen who's won that draw away from Suzuki. Caulfield unable to clear. Flipped back into the corner by Darlene. Shots are 2-1. Buffalo here in the third. Past 8 minutes of the third period. And Montreal a pair of shots away. Matheson.
That's tough. That's tough.
But sent right back
very, very unfortunate.
A bouncing puck. Carrier stands up at the line to make sure Quinn can't get in. Back for Carrier. Up off a skate. It ricochet towards Doc, but Buffalo sends it back in. And this
No,
is
absolutely. That is the absolutely correct answer.
Love the NHL? Bet99
Be whatever you
Sportsbook
want to
and Casino
be, just
brings
be
every
alive.
shot, goal, and
Like,
storyline to life. Experience it your way. Download the Bet99 app.
oh, that's exactly it. Like,
59%
alive.
of the face-off, so that's
Well, they
a major difference.
They scored one in Buffalo here. The win by Deneau.
Because no matter what you're going to be,
Hudson,
I'm going to love you no matter what.
play
So.
to Anderson that really sparked them. Can they do it again here off a one draw?
Deneau does win it cleanly. Back it goes to Hudson. No spin there, getting tracked by Norris. Played along the left side for Texier. In behind the net to Anderson. Anderson, who scored that face-off play, gives it up here. Benson's got a break.
Breakaway. Save made by Gobish and the slash. Power play coming up for Buffalo. 10:48 left to go in the third
You know, you
period.
live and learn. And Buffalo, as you mentioned, the win in the third period, or in the second period, rather.
Also, I buried a bit of a lead.
They just didn't allow any.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Rogers Place is being renamed sometime between now and October. That's very nice of them. Yes, you heard that correctly. Rogers Place will not be renewing their lease as naming rights for the building. Front runner names are, right now, Rexall Place or Ford Place.
Tage Thompson back to Darlene. He shot. Dobish just got a piece of that.
Yes.
Jack Quinn back to Thompson.
I didn't notice that I did it.
Quinn sharp angle score.
And that's game. 6-3.
Quinn, and now he has 2 in the game, and it's 6-3 Buffalo.
Boy, and another example of just what confidence of getting one finally. Kyle showed the 20 shots, 55 attempts, nothing but frustration through the playoffs. Then you get one, and it just gets you back to your instincts. This is just a shot that comes right in the wheelhouse from a tough angle. You can see the traffic in front, Doan and Matheson.
Yes, Lugo,
Dobish
Ford
looks
Place.
up, didn't even see the pass, so he's late reacting, getting to his post, and that's just a beauty of a shot short side, and that's going to be the end of the night for Dobish.
And Jacob Fowler is going to come in and see his first Stanley Cup playoff action.
This is all Marty St. Louis looking at. Got a 6-3 game.
All right, yes. Fowler in. Gobis out. Damn, both goalies been pulled. Both starting goalies pulled in this game.
And he's going right into the dressing room for a minute. We saw the great video last game when the third goal went in early. And
Yeah, it's already there's already a lot of Ford. The Oilers are sponsored by Ford. It makes seamless sense to call it Ford Place or Ford Arena or Ford something.
Game 5, but I think your focus is on Game 7 here, down by 3.
Ford Center.
He didn't skate right by the bench, but most of the guys
Ford
on the
Stadium.
bench reached out to the
I like Ford Center a lot better. I like Ford Center. But yes, you heard it here first, folks.
And a stranglehold trying to take this back to keep egg for Game 7. Alex Tuck is in. Here's Tuck centering it. That goes off top. Tuck got it back, centered it, and it's...
Excuse me. I do not do that on purpose. That's legitimately the way that I yawn. It does suck when you're out in public. And you do get a lot of Chewbacca.
play for Buffalo has had a huge impact.
Knocked away from Evans by Quinn. 3 road goals in the regular season. He's got 2 in a road game here tonight. Jack Quinn, 20-goal scorer during the regular season. That's his shot.
Buffalo's humming now.
Matheson for goalie.
I apologize for nothing.
And that deflects down the ice, icing against Montreal, and the life has been sucked out of the building.
Well, he's been such a great part of the story.
Looks like Game 7 on Tuesday, folks.
Run. You go back to going up with his idol, Vasilevsky in Tampa, battling through 7 one-goal games.
Enjoy your week.
Disappointing. You go back to Game 6 here. Crispy said a 0-0 game going into overtime. Gonzalez with the game winner, but he was brilliant. So there's been so many great.
So now if you're Montreal, who do you go with? You go with Flower? Fowler? Or do you go back to Dobis?
Jacob Fowler, 17 games during the regular season, 9-6-2. 2.43 goals against average, 908. This play is stopped.
Oh, I love where your head's at, man. I love where your head's at.
It was Fowler that everybody seemed to have tagged as the goaltender of the future. That might not be the case anymore, but Fowler in now.
Did he really just say that? Dobish has one bad game. And, well, he was dubbed the goaltender of the future. Might not be that way now. The guy had one bad game. Holy frick, Chris Cuthbert. You've been a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs for far too long in your life. Sir. I'm shocked at what these announcers say and get away with. And nobody checks them on it. This guy does. I just can't believe he just said that. Like, the fucking balls on you to say he has one bad game and, oh, goaltender of the future, not anymore. The fudge. Yeah, I think you're right. You go back to Dobis in Game 7 for Montreal, and you got to stick with Luke. If you're the Sabres, you got to stick with this goalie. So does that become, let's play a little bit of devil's advocate here. Does that make Lyon expendable and exposable for the Oilers? Add another name to the list. That fan is all about praying. Pray. Pray your little heart out.
First on CBC and CBC Gem. So much anticipation building all day throughout the city. And now for much of the faithful, it's just been difficult to watch here in this third period, Chris.
Trying to reignite this crowd, but just under 8.5 minutes to go. And a game that's got away from them.
It's just so weird hearing announcers say that. Like, oh, wow. One bad game, and oh, he's done. No longer going to be goalie of the future. Trade him away. Trade all his rights. Like, good Lord.
Sleepy offensive start in the Boston series. Never really got going, but...
And we in Canada wonder why goalies and top talent players don't want to play in Canada.
Kick-started proceedings tonight with a goal at the 32-second
Because we have broadcasters like these buffoons.
Living up to the Norris Trophy finalist credentials. Here comes Hudson in, trying to get Montreal recharged. Byram ahead, that knocked down. Here's Slavkovsky unable to get loose. And Zucker plays it out to center. Regrouping Matheson. Off the stick of Slavkovsky, and Luukkonen's going to cover on that.
It is sounding like Hollebuck is leaving Winnipeg, though. Where will he go? Nobody knows. All I can tell you is he's going south of the border. Brady Tkachuk sounds like he's leaving to go south of the border.
for most of the year.
Well, Kyle talked about coaches' catchphrases and words. His puck play. Poor puck play has been costing him the game.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Lubo. I'm going to take the under as well for Game 7.
I think his team has played a much better from the first period after that. A much better defensive game. You can see there hasn't been much open ice for Montreal to create many chances.
So a 6-on-5 here. Canadians trying to close the gap. A chance for Caulfield, and he flipped it high.
Caulfield puts it wide.
Good look for Cole Caulfield in tight. Demidov able to work that back to Dobson.
That was the opportunity there, Caulfield.
Suzuki. Caulfield whips it back.
Empty net for Montreal. 7 minutes left to go in the third period. Yeah, that's nuts. It's the new age way of doing it. It's the new way of doing it. I'm not a fan of it, but thanks, Patrick Waugh.
Jumps the stick to Caulfield. Demidov centers, and Suzuki can't get the shot away. Demidov turned away from Quinn. Back it comes to Dobson. His shot bounces in front and turned away. A close call there. And Hudson nearly able to knock that down to hold the zone. They're back in onside. Dobson, Slavkovsky, Demidov, Caulfield, a bouncing puck. Unable to fire that. Demidov off the boards. Glove stop by Luukkonen. And 6:18 left in the third.
Well, what you notice even visually on that shift, Chris, is just the determination to win puck battles. You know, the intensity was there. You know that at the dying seconds, Luukkonen hadn't been tested all that much. He gets a couple in tight with traffic in front that he's able to handle, but you can see everyone bunching up.
Woo! 6-3 is your score right now. 6:18 left to go in the third period. Shots 39-19. Buffalo leading both. Empty net for Montreal. 6.5 left to go in the period, I said. Man, they just can't get that lucky break they're looking for.
The shot got blocked. Yeah, Samuelson in great position there, ends up getting the block on that one.
Bolduc feathers it back in, chases after it against Timmins. Doc knocks it down.
Pretty much, right, Lubo? That's exactly what this message says. And make it 7-3.
And it's 7-3 Buffalo.
Touchdown, Bills.
Well, for nothing else, again, trying to keep your top guys feeling confident. It's Tage Thompson. Guys in studio were talking about that shot mentality. Does a great job. Wins the battle here. He knows that you've got the 3-goal lead, and he throws it down right curling into the middle of the net. Frustration and opportunity missed on home ice.
Buffalo Bills with the touchdown.
Quite a setup for Monday night.
And the extra point is
good. Thompson's got a 4-point game, a goal to go with 3 assists.
Sorry, guys. I'm having too much fun. I guess it's not just the Oilers that get scored on in bunches all the time.
Really struggled, so he makes the separate lines, changes his look a little bit, and couldn't ask for
despite what people may think.
In the end result.
Well, the strategy of saying stay home yesterday. Don't come to the rink. Get away from it. And not many were here this morning as well.
Down by 4.
And they've able to reset. Malenstein bursting in. So we look ahead to back-to-back 7th games for Montreal after having to go to Tampa Bay. But a much different game 6. That was scoreless through 60 minutes.
Yeah, this one wide open, isn't it?
A complete opposite here tonight with 10 on the board. But the same result, headed to game 7.
No jerseys being thrown on the ice. No boos coming down from the fans. Imagine that. It's almost like they know that hockey isn't fair sometimes. Almost like they know sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you score 7, sometimes you get scored on by 7. Imagine that. Imagine that. I don't know. I think this new age Edmonton Oilers fan is definitely... Oh, Oh, me and no booze. Oh. Oh yeah, no alcohol. No, this isn't an alcohol or drug induced thing. This is me just normal. Imagine though. Whew. No, please don't imagine. Buck an inch a buck. Both starting goalies sitting in the benches. Jesus Christ, eh? Can you imagine?
Alex Lyons start, they don't finish. We're pretty sure it'll be Dolish in game 7.
Yeah, they do.
Will it be Lyons
Oh, do they
or will
ever?
it be Luukkonen?
Boy, that's the big question. I think given what's just transpired the last 2 games for Lindy Ruff, you go back to the guy who finished this off. You know, he came in a tough spot on the road.
You're gonna have to go back to the guy that finished this off for Buffalo.
Your team responds. My guess, Chris, is you'll see 1 against 75 in game 7.
That game in 2012, the Panthers and the Devils. There's some good names here. Marty Brodeur, Jose Theodore, along with Johan Hedberg, the Moose, and Scott Clemenson all played in game 3 of that quarterfinal. It all looked good for Montreal when they chased Alex Lyon early in this one. But now it's 6 unanswered for the Sabres.
I'll be right up there in 4.5 minutes to help you with the situation.
Fires that across. Zach Metza. Dolan trying to clear. Kept in by Hudson right at the line. It stayed in. Newhook unable to gather that. And Duck will flip it away. Short shifts for Buffalo. Shots 35-21 Sabres. Joe Veleno bounces it in. Luukkonen will play it away from the on-charging Veleno. And now Helenos. Did he get to the red line? They're going to give it to him.
In a 7-3 game, you got to give it to him.
Yep.
Keep the clock moving.
Dooley dumps that back out. So 4 points. Thompson with 4 points.
Oy.
Jack Quinn 2 goals and an assist.
That's the other element, isn't it, Chris? The top guys are guys that really needed to start getting going for the Sabres were able to do that. Secondary scoring for Quinn, that's something that they really needed. The captain coming up with a big one, and Paige Thompson, these 3 games here in Montreal, the games before, a goal and assist in game 3 and game 4, and here another big one.
Yeah, a lot of heat on Thompson, who's responded. Quinn. Alex Tuck's also heard it, and they haven't needed his offense so far tonight.
No, you know, you got to chip away and find a way as a coach to give your guys the opportunity to have success. When he talked about Tuck, just felt that he wasn't skating enough. Use your speed, and
you're not wrong, guys. Not wrong at all. You know, you're a leader, and they're going to reopen after the game so they can sell alcohol.
Maybe that'll be the impetus.
Closed for the 4 or 5 hours the game is on, and we're open again. We got to make money.
Certainly take some heat off him. It's the first.
Wouldn't that be something, eh?
Playoff performance for
3:11 left to go in the third period. 7-3 is the score for Buffalo. 35-21 shots for Buffalo.
That was a wild one.
Imagine how good the Bills and the Sabres will be in the future.
Up from Mallenstein at center, knocked down by Jack Eye. That shot wide of the target, and a penalty pending against Jack Eye.
I don't like this call.
Jack Eye now going after Greenway. Wants to make somebody pay before the night's over, but that gets quickly separated.
Oh, look at the Turtle Greenway. Turtle.
Sharon is pointing, just going to send him
He's
off.
not turtle enough for a Turtle Club.
It was a hit stepping up on Mallenstein on the
well, Bunny. Did you see that happening?
Interference. puck's coming here, instead of taking, like, what's the penalty there? That was the original call. I don't get that, other than you're targeting a guy to get out. And
there will be Game 7. And Carolina's going to have to wait 14 days to play a game. That's ridiculous.
Brutal call. I know it's a nothing game at 7-3, but no reason for that one to have happened.
You're good, man. Was it good? Was it a good movie?
It's been a difference maker with 3 power
I love
play
how
goals.
everyone's like, I had to. It definitely is a movie. The NHL is definitely scripted.
5-0 after a loss in this playoffs, which is incredible. It shows their ability to jump back. But
I've been saying it all year. The NHL definitely has a script.
And they just haven't been able. They've only been able to put 2 wins
Harry
together
Potter.
against these Buffalo Sabres.
I was going to say, do you live in Dallas? Because they got a Cosmo there that is playing Harry Potter.
Darlene separated. 4 pair off.
They got I don't know if you guys have heard of the Cosmo. The Cosmos or whatever they call that. I don't know if it's a restaurant or a theater, but like it's just one big sphere type screen. Oh man, what an atmosphere to watch a hockey game in, a fight, or a movie in. They have Harry Potter playing there right now.
Trying to diffuse something.
I know you live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sorry that you live in Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. I kid.
Benson and Carrier being sent to the rooms. Norris goes to the box.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. You should look it up. And like the screen, it's about, I'm going to say it's a whole wall, like a movie theater. But the movie plays in the center of it, and behind it, going into Diagon Alley, you can see the bricks move.
It's been playing hockey for the most part.
You got ejected. You jackasses got ejected.
Both sides are just wanting to click this
Give me 5 seconds, and I will.
I'm going to send Evans to the room as well.
Because you're asking about Luukkonen, and okay, is he going to get the nod? Luukkonen had 22 wins to Lions, 20 wins during the regular season. He ended the regular season on a 3-0 run, and he had a 12-2-1 run during that time. So there is some history
I
in
believe
terms
it.
of Lindy Ruff,
No,
and more importantly than Lindy Ruff, even your teammates. How do they feel?
Here's what it's called. It's called Cosm.
Do you have confidence in him? Do you go in? So it will be an interesting call, but
It's
I
in
can't
Dallas.
imagine
It's a movie
call
theater.
other than Luukkonen starting Game 7.
Oh. So here it is here.
Made statements in both game 6.
Like that.
They went
It's
into
a whole
Boston
screen
after
there.
a disappointing loss at home, and
It's a whole wall, and it feels like you're front row.
we're just going to have to be a little bit better. And that message is getting, at least winning the game. Got some work to do to win
That
the
is-
series because 17.
I want to live in Dallas, Texas.
Scheduled now for Monday night. Power play continues for the Sabres. Darlene at the line, watched by Deneau. Here's Metsa. Getting it back, shooting, and it goes through Fowler, and Zach Metsa has his first Stanley Cup playoff goal in his very first game.
That kind of a surprise addition, didn't you think, to this
8-3.
lineup? Luke Shen out. You know you've had a good game when you haven't played the entire playoffs. You didn't play a good chunk of this season. When you've been talked about. That means you haven't been a problem defensively, and here on the power
But isn't
play,
that cool?
Gets a little deflection right there off the stick through the legs of Fowler, and what a great moment. Not a whole lot of celebration, but still the smile that you would expect.
That's a pretty cool place, yeah. They have Harry Potter there right now, and I saw a video. Wow.
free agent out of Quinnipiac. Played in
7 straight goals by the Sabres, yeah. 2 minutes left to go in the hockey game. 8-3. They scored a touchdown. Safety is good. I almost want to do the meme where he's poking him with a stick. Stop it! You're killing him!
So this is going to be one of those high penalty games that you go, nobody really did it. Nothing happened the whole game. You know, gross stuff wasn't a part of this one at all.
He's already dead.
Well, when the first period was over, did anybody think this was going to happen? What a turn of events here for the...
Or if you watch the CFL at all, the Rouge. It's good. They got a touchdown and a Rouge.
Sent back in by goalie with 2 minutes remaining here in the third.
The single point. That's... Oh, what a game. What a game. Montreal did have a 3-0 lead at one point. Sorry, 3-1 lead at one point. 2-0 and then 3-1. That's nuts. The Bills convert. Oh, shit. The Bills' defense bends but does not break. They let a lot of yardage happen in the first quarter. After that, they shut down the run defense of the Montreal Alouettes. You're not wrong. 2-goal lead. The Montreal Alouettes show up late. Cannot get through the stellar defense of the Buffalo Bills. Montreal can hit him. Oh, man. Sorry, House fans. Just wasn't your night.
Well, since the end of the first period, we've been 0-3 here. And now
so you go into Buffalo, you lay a whooping on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo? Is that what we're predicting?
The linesmen are doing their job, but geez, you don't need an icing.
There's the LA King himself, Dandino.
You know, even for Marty St. Louis all the time, even when they've won big games, he said he always takes the score out of it, looks at the game afterwards.
Predictions. I think Montreal's going to win like 3-2, 3-1. I believe you take the under in it. Montreal gets it done in Game 7.
Go back to the drawing board and see what needs to change.
Yep.
Game 7.
They'll need a full rewrite after this. Yeah. Third time they've allowed 8 goals in a playoff game in the Cup Final, 1973 against Chicago.
Absolutely, the Lord will still have full.
Carolina.
Lots of pride on the line right now, eh?
Now a Game 7 showdown to play the Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Final.
I don't see another blowout. I don't see another football score, but hey, I've been wrong before.
Performance on the season unless they turn it around again in Buffalo on Monday. One more showdown.
Monday. Habs, Sabres, Game 7.
After a dominant 8-3 Buffalo win here in
Yeah,
Game 6.
you're not wrong. Anyways, thanks for stopping by and saying hi, guys. My name is Matt for OilersFanReaction. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell all your friends this wackadoo may be back on Monday. Maybe not. Either way, elimination game Monday. Hard fought 2 points for the Buffalo Bills. I mean, Sabres. Jesus. 48-89 Buffalo. He says with a straight face, I'm going to be the most reasonable person here. 48-49 Buffalo. Oh, jeez. Oh. Do you guys want me to do an elimination game? Like, I've been avoiding elimination games as much as possible. Obviously, this one was an elimination game. But, yeah, we can do a Monday. Brad May will win it in overtime. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Man, that was such a call on the radio. That radio broadcaster freaking nailed it. Anyways, I'm always up to it. It's the fam jam around me that I gotta finagle and work around. It's the kids. We're gonna be honest. It's the kids. It is all about working around the kids' schedule and their behaviors. But yeah, see what we can do. And it is a holiday Monday. That is very true. Let's go Monday. See you guys then. My name is Matt, OilersFanReaction. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment or two. Also, join us on Facebook and Discord. It's worth it, I promise. Deuces.